Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a SATA add-in card on a small form factor desktop into a small form desktop PC case. Now, what you see in front of you, well, it's in front of me, but what you are seeing is my gaming machine. This is, as I stated, this is an HP machine that I had modded a few times, as you can tell by the switch. That's in another video. So the reason I did that with the switch was because the one broke. But anyway, so what I have to do is, as you can see, that this is what they call the radiation shield is too long. It will not fit in this case. So that's why you have this. So what you have to do is take the screws out. This is very easy to do. Oh, let me make sure here. All right. So if you go like this, having a little technical difficulty here. So what you do with that is, okay, so it's on the bottom. So what you do is you figure out how it goes in, just like that. So what you can do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the card here, and I'm going to figure it out this way. So let me look at this again. There we go. So now what you do is you take this Give me a second here. This is what can happen when you do that, unfortunately. So let me just get the first one started. And once I get the first screw started, this will go really, really easy. Alright, so I had a little bit of an issue trying to figure this out, but I got it figured out. I was trying to put it on the wrong way. I've only done this one time before. So now what you do, take your screwdriver and you tighten the screws down. Alright, so now and that works. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm not sure if you can see it, there's a bottom one in here, a standoff, so I'm just going to take that out and I'm going to just replace them with another one of these. This is going to take me a minute here. I don't want to damage anything important here. There we go. So now I take the card and I put it into the small There we go. There we go. So as you can see that I have the card in this small little PCI Express port. That's the way I have it on my other computer, so that's why I'm doing the same thing on here. So now I'm going to take this and I am going to put it in the empty slot. And you're asking yourself, why are you doing that? You don't have anything there. Well, it's not touching anything, and plus it beats having the tape on there, so no bugs or anything will get inside of it or anything like that. So I am now going to turn on the computer. So please give me a few minutes and I'll get all that set up so that way you can see what I'm actually doing. All right, so we are back. So now what I am going to do here is I'm going to take this driver disk and I am going to install the software here. So first off, what you want to do, take the disk out of the packaging. In this particular model, it looks like this. Put it on into the disk drive tray. Alright, so now what you want to do is it already came up and it says DVD RW. This is a DVD burner. This is the factory one. So you have a few options here, just like I showed in the last video. Now, I can use these options on this machine because it is a Windows-based machine. The other machine was Linux-based, as you can tell. So what you want to do is, I have a SATA card, but let's go through the options. Serial parallel card for IDE, USB LAN, which is a USB to Ethernet adapter, USB 3.0 card, which I do not have on this machine. I may install one at some point, just not right now. And you have USB 3.1. Now, I may have stated this in another video. The USB ports for 3.0, 3.0 is blue, 3.1 is red. And yes. So what you want to do in this case is you want to double left click SATA card. And I have to look on the box and see what it is because I want to make sure I put in the right driver. Even though Windows may have a digitally signed driver for it. So in this case, what I'm going to see is I am going to see if Windows has a driver for this update, because you get digitally signed drivers. Now, the reason I'm doing this is this particular brand, or this particular company, I should say, I got the device from, doesn't really have a company name on it. So we're going to use the Windows Update way and see what happens. Well, that's not good. So we're going to minimize that. Alright, so let's go through the files before I do that. Okay, so we're going to do AS Media. WHQL, which I'm not going to use. We're going to use this one. And what's nice is when you do this. Now, the reason, let me explain why I went to Windows Update way. Sometimes if I lose the driver disk, I'll check the Windows updates, because if the company has their drivers digitally signed, which I know I talked about this before, it will automatically take that one. But since this is the real driver, if there's an updated driver, Windows Update will find it. So what you want to do now is install the driver, and this is for Windows. So now it's asking me if I want to set it up, and yes, I do. It's going to take a little bit to read the disk, which is okay. But everything is running okay. So that's all that really matters in this at this point. And I know this computer is a little slow. So And just like normal, it's going to install what you need to install. Okay, so it says welcome to install Shield SATA host controller. Alright, so the SATA host controller. If you saw earlier in this video, I have a SATA hard drive and I have a SATA laptop DVD in here. The SATA host controller is on the motherboard. I could still use those ports, obviously, because you can tell that the machine is running. But it's going to run off, when you install an add-on card, it's going to run off it. So basically, not only is the one on the motherboard obviously still working, I'm going to have another host. So technically, it's an add-on running through PCI Express. All right, so we're going to click Next. And always accept the license agreement, otherwise you can't use software. Now, I've read so many of these, I already know what it's going to say. Check Windows Update. Alright, that's something that'll be for another day. Alright, back to what we were doing. And as you can see, it does not take very long to install. Okay, so Windows is recognizing that there is new hardware installed on the computer. It's not sure what it is, so that's why you're getting the Windows security. So yes, you want to install. Alright, so normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to say show me the installer log. And there we go. This is all the log that what happens is when you install it. This goes for a little bit more hardware, but this has that. Alright, so now if we go to Device Manager, and I click the device manager. I forget this computer's not real quick. That's firmware for it. So that's obviously new because that was not there until I installed it. So, oh no, that's something different. The storage controller down here is working. The one up here is something different. But this is working. So Windows does recognize it. Okay, so there we go. So with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.